Good morning folks, welcome back to the channel. My name's Colin, this is my buddy Blue, and we hope you're all doing well. Now you catch us in the car again today as we are heading north to a little place just outside of Braemar. Braemar finds itself in the Cairngorms National Park, which is the largest national park in the UK. Now the plan for today is to bag ourselves a couple of Munros. Now for those of you who don't know what a Munro is a walkable mountain that is over 3,000 feet in height. And we're going to try and bag ourselves two of those today, which we're looking forward to. It's going to be a real challenge for us today because it is a bit of a climb. It's going to push my my leg to the limit of what I've pushed it to so far, but we'll give it a go, see how we get on, and it's all about the adventure, and it's all about giving yourself that challenge to push yourself and see what you can achieve. So that is the plan for today. We hope you enjoy it. If you do, remember to give us a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, because it really does help the channel grow if you can do that for us. Now as always on these trips there is a little bit of motorway to get us north, so what we'll do is we'll get ourselves comfortable, get some tunes on, and then we'll dial you back into the journey once we're off the motorway and it's a little bit more interesting, because we will be heading through an area called Glen Shee, which is one of the ski areas in Scotland in the winter time, and it's a beautiful drive up there. So stay tuned and we'll see you again shortly.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. For better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore. Seven years now on this boat, and we all know where we belong. Just wait. For our home to show on the horizon, soon we'll be there. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. We are dreamers of the shore. When we can't read the sky, we just sail with the wind that we've got. And when we're drowning in doubt, just keep on believing. We are dreamers of the shore.
Welcome to Glen Shee in the Cairngorms National Park. We are going to leave our chariot behind, and we're going to make our way up into the mountain track here, which is just behind us. We're going to follow all the way across to those ridges just over there, and back again. It's an out and back route today. I've said previously, preference is not to do that kind of walk, but sometimes you just have to, and today is one of those days. So it's blowing a bit, as you can hear, so there might not be too much chat today, but we'll see how we get on. I think it's only going to get windier as we get up the hills. But yeah, this is Glen Shee, which is one of the sort of bigger ski resorts in Scotland. I used to ski here when I was a teenager, and that was actually one of the slopes up there. You see the chairlifts going up. So the slopes up there that I got dragged up when I was young and foolish. Wasn't a very good skier, hence the foolish element of it, because that was quite a difficult run that friends dragged me up. Never forgave them for that. As you can see, it's a fairly steep start to this climb, and it goes up quite a lot behind us, up over that little ridge there, and then follow it all the way around over to these mountain tops up there. So, cool looking walk, looking forward to this. This bit is quite a tricky and quite a steep start to this walk. It's kind of gravelly, stony underfoot, and it's quite steep all the same. So you just need to be a little bit careful on here, because even it's dry, the gravel's still a little bit slidey underneath. As you can see what the terrain's like. So you see behind this path that we've just come along, it's properly steep climb to get to here, but it's quite, we've got a clearish day today. There's a little bit of cloud, but you can see the mountain range is quite clear at the moment. Over there, Blue's loving it up here. He's on a proper mission. He's quite good as well, because he's helped me drag me up the hill. So he's doing twice the work today, because he's trying to get my weight behind him. Hey Blue, good boy. It's really good skiing at Glen Shee. They say I've not been here since I was a teenager, which is a long time ago, but when I did come skiing here, I really enjoyed it. Some nice and easy slopes for your beginners and whatnot. Sunnyside, I remember, being one of my favourites when I was skiing. I'm not really too sure what slopes are on here, but as you can see, none of the lifts are working on this side. They were actually working on the other side next to the shop, so you could have cheated and got the lift up the other side, which takes you way up into the mountain, and kind of walked across from there. But there's the fun in that. this next bit of the walk, I'm actually surprised you can see the top of that path because it's properly steep. This footage just doesn't do it any justice at all as to how steep it is. So there'll be no filming going up there because all you hear is me puffing and panting, which is never a pleasant thing. Cool. So that is the path that we've just came up. We are about just over 3/4 of a mile into the walk. Elevation gain so far is just over 400 feet, and it's taken us about 40 minutes to get here. So I'm pretty sure we'll be doing the average walk time for this one through the roof today. But I can't really care about that. Yeah, quite a steep start to the walk, but I suppose if you're going up a Munro, then you should really expect that, I suppose. It's beautiful up here though. Really nice day for it, not too hot, and but you can still see. So I'm hoping the cloud stays away for us to get to the top of the hill. That'd be a real blow if we get there and we're stuck in the clouds. But anyway, we'll keep going. We've got quite a long way to go. I think on the trail rating, they reckon this takes about 4.5, 5 hours for the out and back, but I don't think there's any way that we'll do it in 4.5 hours today. I think it'll take us a lot longer, but as I say, we'll give it a go and get up and back when we get up and back. Blue's not keen on the stones. Neither am I, come to think of it. So you can see up to my right there, there's a path we're going to follow, and then if you look kind of just up there, there's a trail that goes right the way along and then takes you up onto the ridge, which is where we're aiming for today. And yeah, it's quite interesting. You see them. They really don't look that far away, and they really don't look that much higher than what we are at the minute. But when you see the elevation that we've still got to go up behind us there, it's quite clear that they're considerably higher up than we are at the minute. So yeah, we're getting there though. We're getting there. It's still blowing a little bit. It's not too bad though. It's one of those kind of in between t-shirt and hoodie days. It's a little bit chilly breeze just for a t-shirt, but it's too hot for the hoodie. So I'm kind of betwixt and between. I've tried the hoodie off and it's just a little bit chilly, so we'll keep the hoodie on for the time being, but there's another pretty decent climb ahead of us, so there's a good chance that the hoodie will disappear halfway up this hill.
Decisions. You can see, I don't know if you can see actually or not, there's a couple taking a steep way up that hill there, but that way, there's a little path that goes right the way along, not such a steep incline. Now I'm inclined to go that way, but I'm just going to have a quick check of the map just to make sure that's going to get me to where we need to be, and then we'll make a decision, because as you can see, that's quite a steep climb behind us there. The target is still over there. So yeah, we're getting there. We're about an hour and 20 minutes in. I think we've climbed about 900 feet in elevation gain so far, and it's taken us about an hour and a half. So yeah, we're getting there. We're certainly not going to get there and back in 4.5 hours or whatever it was built to be, but that was always going to be the case, to be honest, because I'm not that mobile still, and I want to make sure I get there and back in one piece. And I want to make sure Blue gets there and back in one piece as well. It's a little bit rocky underfoot, as you can see. So yeah, we are just taking our time, and it's still kind of in between hoodie and t-shirt weather. As you can see, I'm still decided on the hoodie, but yeah, it's beautiful up here. It's just vast landscape surrounded by, and yeah, nice and quiet as well. It's not, I thought this might have been quite busy today with it being a Saturday afternoon and the weather being decent, but I've only really seen a handful of people. I kind of thought this is one of these accessible Munro walks that you can get to quite easily, and it seems not a really difficult walk. It's not like craggy peaks from what I can gather in the reviews, so I'm quite surprised how quiet it is. But not that I'm complaining, it's just always nice to get these places to as much to yourself as possible. Anyway, better check the map and see which way we're going to go, because we'll just get to the fort now. Right, just check the map, and if I want to catch 2 Munros today, I need to go straight up that hill at the back, because that is, excuse the pronunciation, Lash Mahal, I think it is, Gaelic, at the top of there. So that's about 3,500 feet. So if we walk up to the top of that, we can then walk right along the ridge and then catch the second of the Munros just over the back, which you can kind of see the peak there. Otherwise, if I want to shortcut it and take the slightly more gentle incline across the other one, I can do, but I don't see the point in coming all this way and only catching one of them when it's just to go up there. Looks a lot easier than what it does standing in front of me, but anyway, we'll give it a go. As always, we're here to catch 2 Munros, so let's do it. What do you think, Blue? Should we do it? Come on then. Just to give you an idea as to what could be underfoot here. Blue's nose has been going mad, but if you catch the weather on a bad day up here, all of this that you go and walk through is going to just turn into real bog marshland. We've been lucky today because it's been dry, and it's been dry up here for quite a while, but if you were to stand on that, or if Blue was to stand on that on any other given day, you would just sink. So anyway, that's just a good excuse to stop before I hit this hill. Take a bit of a breather. Come on, Blue, let's do it. Right, doesn't look that far, does it? On camera it doesn't look that far, but believe me, you can times that steepness look by about 5, and distance to the top by about 5 as well, I think. Anyway, I've got to stop moaning and just get on with it. And Blue's decided he's not having any of it, he's taking a shortcut. Come on, Blue, that's the wrong way, pal. Come on, Blue, this way. Come on. Oh, he's going off again. He's not having any of that hill. I told you it was steep. So that's the path so far. It's really peaceful up here. The wind seems to have died off. We've caught ourselves in a little bit of a pocket where there's no wind. Maybe it's because we've still got to go up there. Oh, it's getting properly windy again, so I'm not too sure how much of this you'll be able to hear and how much you won't. But we're an hour and 3/4 into the walk, about 2¼ miles into the walk, and there is a reason why it's gotten so windy, because just in front of us is the summit of the Munro that we've been climbing. I'm not going to butcher the name again because I think it's Glashmal, but what I do know is it's 3,504 feet, and we've made it to the top, which, well, I've not made it quite to the top yet, got a little bit to go, but we're not far away, I can see it. So I have to say, properly happy with that, because I really wasn't sure if me and my leg could have made it. It turns out we have. So that's point 1 done for today, which me and Blu are very happy about. You made it to the top of your first Munro? Is that your first Munro, Blu? Good boy. My goodness. Oh yes, I know. Right then, so that's us suitably rested and refreshed at the top of Glashmal. Glashmal? I'll work it out. Anyway, we're on our way to the top of the second row of the day, which is Cairngorms, I believe. I think I've butchered that as well, but I'm sure somebody will correct me in my pronunciations. And that is over there. Not as high as Glashmal. Cairngorms is about 3,200 something feet, so we need to go down a little bit, climb back up, and then I think there might be a little bit of a look back off Cairngorms to save us coming back the way we came. So anyway, we're a little bit behind today because I've been quite slow. So we're going to get on with the next bit and make sure we can get the second one done, because it's 3 o'clock already. So I reckon it's going to take us at least 2 or 3 hours to get across there and get back to the car. So we're going to crack on. Cairngorms. You can see there's quite a drop down to that side of it. So where me and Blue are about to walk to, there's a little bit of a drop down there as well, so I think I might put him in his shorter lead at the minute, just to be on the safe side, because it's a little bit rocky, but I mean it still looks an easy enough walkable path. What a day. It's beautiful up here. We almost made it, as you can see, but I'm not going to risk Blue's paws on my leg either, to be fair, because I don't think it'll do that any favours either. So yeah, this is the end of the road. That's us. We've decided to head back down because we just ran out of path. As you can see, what we're walking on at the minute wasn't too bad. Blue's had enough. He still wants to go, but he can't carry on any further, I'm afraid, because it's just not any good for either of us. So yeah, we're going to head on back down the road, or down the road, downhill, and back towards Car. So, you can see Cairngorms in the background there, and I'm really quite glad that earlier on, where I had to make a decision of go up the difficult steep side to begin with to go up to the top of Glash Mall, or take the slightly easier ascent and head straight for Cairngorms. I'm really glad that I took the more difficult option and went straight up the side of Glash Mall, because we actually made it to the top of there at 3,504 feet. Yes, it was a bit of a climb, and it was certainly put me to the test and my leg to the test, but we made it. Whereas if we'd have taken the easier route and headed straight for Cairngorms, we wouldn't actually made it to the top of it, and it would have been a really disappointing day today. Whereas we still made it well up to 3,000 feet up the side of Cairngorms. We just, not that we couldn't manage it from our own physical ability, we just couldn't do it because the trail disappeared on us, and it wasn't a safe thing to do for my leg or for Blue's paws. Hence, we called it a day and started to make our way back. But yeah, it's still windy, it's still a nice clear day, and we're still enjoying ourselves, which is the main thing. I don't know about Blue, but I'm certainly going to sleep tonight. Got a funny feeling he'll be snoring in the car on the way back down the road. They do say it's a dog's life. But anyway, the moral of that story was, there is a top tip in there. Don't always take the easy option, because it doesn't always work out the best. Sometimes try the difficult way. You never know. It might work out better for you. It's like Jerry Springer or something, isn't it? Anyway, hopefully the wind will have drowned that out. That path we were walking along there was one path too high, I believe. So we're just making our way down to the other one that we saw as we were walking along there, which looks potentially like a more substantial, better used path. So we'll give that one a go, because I can see where I need to go. I think both paths would have taken me there, but that one down here certainly looks a lot better. So we're aiming for that. He's enjoying himself running down the hill. He's still full of energy, which amazes me. Anyway. Right. This one here looks a slightly more used and more substantial, I was saying substantial path. It's a track, but it certainly looks more used than the one that Blu and Blu were just on. And when we were walking along there and looking down, this one was certainly making its way downhill a little bit clearer than the one that we were on. So we just decided to make the move and make our way down onto this one and see where we end up. I think this should be the track that we saw on the way up. That was the easier looking route on the way to Craigleachan, so Leacach. Is that a cack pronunciation again? So yeah, I think we've still got a fair old way to the car park because it's way down there somewhere. So we've still got a bit to go, but yeah, we'll check in with you a little bit further down the trail. Some mud for Blu. He's always happy to get himself muddy. I don't think we're too far away from the car now. That says we're about 4 hours in, about 6.25 miles in, and making our way down. We decided to take a little track off to the left, which saved going back up the hill to walk back down it again. Looked like a pretty well used path. I'll show you my route that I've done when I've finished it and go back to the car. It's passable, it's a bit rough, but me and Blu made it, so I'm sure anybody else can as well. So almost there, back on the main path again, not too far to go. So this is a bit I really wasn't looking forward to. This is really going to test my leg, because this is the downhill bit coming up, as you'll see here. So yeah, we're definitely going to be slow on this bit, for sure. This could take me the rest of the day. Wait and see. That now. That's where it come from. That path down there. This is where I'm going to. So I need to go down to go back up. And then there's going to be, I think, after that hill, I think that's sort of almost the final descent back down into the car park. But if memory serves me, when we left the car today, it's a really properly steep slope. So we made it down. The steep slopes that we've been hit with so far. We've just taken our time. As I say, it's quite slightly underfoot. It's loose gravel and big stones. So yeah, we're taking our time, but we're getting there. And as I say, just need to go up this next stretch of hill, and then I think it's downhill all the way to the car, and we'll do a regroup in the car. I'll do my review of the walk in the car, let you know what I thought about it, and then it'll be home time. You've got to love a false summit, haven't you? So that's it. All of our uphill climbing is done. As you can see down in the background there, it's a car park where our trusty steed is sitting waiting for us to take us home. So yeah, just got to navigate this last little bit. The wind's picked up again. This next bit's really quite steep actually, so again we'll be taking our time, and we'll catch back up with you when we're back at the car.
Folks, that's us, as you can see, back to the car, heading south and heading home. What a day! What can you say about that? Apart from congratulations to Blu for bagging his first Munros. I'm going to give him the second Munro because it wasn't his fault that he couldn't get to the top of it, and he did get at least 3,000 feet up the path as far as he could get with his paws, so I'm going to give him two Munros out of today. For me personally, I'm also really happy that I managed to make that walk. It's the most I've pushed my leg since my injury, and as part of my recovery, and we made it. There's points today where I certainly thought it might not have been the best of ideas in the world, especially coming back down the hill, but we just took our time, stuck with it, and got it done. It was a really nice walk. We're really lucky with the weather as well, to be fair. It wasn't, of course when you get to the top of these mountains you really want to get the clear blue sky money shot, you know, but at the end of the day, to get to the top of that hill with the sun beating down on you, it really it'd be properly hard work. I would certainly say Glash Ball, which we're now calling it, is a very doable Munro. You don't need huge levels of fitness to do it. I mean, I made it with my leg. Yes, we probably weren't the fastest ones up the hill. There was a lady running down the hill when we were making our way up it. Good on her for that. But we made it, and as long as you stick to your own pace, you go well prepared with food, water and all that kind of thing. The path's easy to follow. Yes, it's steep in places, but it's kind of got to be to get there. So yeah, Glashmall definitely it's a very easy walk. The walk from the summit of Glashmall over to Cairngorms is an easy enough walk as well. You know, you go walk along the ridge, it's easy underfoot, the path's easy to follow, but when you do start to make your way up the side of Cairngorms, it does become very, very tricky when you get to the top, and it's very rocky and it's very difficult underfoot, which is where me and Blu had to call it a day. It wasn't worth the risk for his paws, his legs and my leg as well, so didn't quite make it to the top of that one. So that's definitely something to be aware of if you're going to make that trip. So yeah, it's a really nice walk. You'll see here on the screen, this is the walk that I did today with Blu. So it shows you the time it's taken, the elevation gain. I was quite surprised it was only about 1750 feet, I think it said on the app when we got back. I was really surprised at that, because I did a walk not so long ago where I had a 1400 feet elevation gain and it didn't feel anything like that. So for the sake of 300 feet, it feels like there's a huge difference between the two walks, but there you go. But yeah, so that was the route that I took today. It's definitely worth trying out if you want to go and bag yourself a Munro or two. Go for it. It doesn't take too much out of you, but be prepared. It is steep in places when you're going up and when you're coming back down. So you definitely need proper footwear and maybe some walking sticks as well if you're that way inclined. So they would certainly come in handy for the way back down the hill. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyable walk. I would recommend it to most people to give it a go if you want to go and bag yourself a Munro. And it's in a wonderful part of the world as well, up here in Glen Shee. So yeah, give it a go. I think I'm going to wrap the video up here as we make our way south. We hope you enjoyed coming along with us on our Munro bagging day out. If you did, give us a like, leave any comments, subscribe to the channel. It always helps the channel grow if you can do that. And we shall see you in the next one. Cheers.